the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Packers under the lights on Monday night.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here we go.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there afterwards.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. Line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Lawrence on the sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down Detroit.
To make that a little bit of an element of surprise there, 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he's got his man. It's caught for the win. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. They gave them the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. They keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Throwing to start the drive. Anthony. That's complete downfield to James. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25. It's at the 25.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Lawrence on the move to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On second down, Dillon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, Anthony. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They set up the screen to Penny. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get a running back on that one. It leads to third down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw. Anthony. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Anthony. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he finds Penny. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts getting the pressure from the defense, he uses the aggressiveness against them. They're really good at a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
There's no quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Noah Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. That's complete to DK Metcalf. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. By the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You don't see that a ton, do you? That quarterback coming over the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the clock, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot. No gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Lawrence on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trevor Lawrence scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Inside handoff, Penny. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for him.
Touchdown, Packers. Rashad Penny, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on. yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Lions on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. They go play action with Lawrence. Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. A clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from him right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
He's back to throw. That throw right sideline is complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got the rest, so they got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive. Anthony. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Penny up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in the 2nd half. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They run once more with Dillon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And this this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play in overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lead.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.